happier face.
Definitely. It was a good win. Yeah.
Well, it seemed like everything went right, did it?
Yes and no. We ran the ball really well. Counter was a huge play for us. But when you go back and you look at film, we got the film up yesterday, and you just see mistakes, and you always want to be perfect. So we've got ways to improve, but it was a good game.
Yeah, but you basically 2/3 of the plays were rushing.
Yeah, that was the plan. They have big linebackers, but they were fairly slow, so we thought we could get to them. And counter, like I said, was a big play for us.
Yeah. They had a rookie quarterback as well. How much did that help you?
It was huge for us. We were able to get after him early and often. And, I've been in that situation before. That's a hard place to get comfortable. So BJ did a terrific job with the rest of the D-line.
How important was the win?
The win was critical for us. With the way some of the games have gone, that was a big game for us to get into the driver's seat for playoffs. So I don't know how it'll work out if we can get a 2 or 3 or something like that, but it put us in a place to win out, and hopefully it'd be nice to host a first-round game.
Basically, if you win the rest of the games, you will.
Yeah, that would be huge.
You're also bringing in a new quarterback.
Yes, he should be in town sometime this evening.
Any idea?
Well, you look at their stats and you see their highlight tape, and everybody's highlight tape looks great. Mine wasn't very good, but everybody else's looks real good. So, if that's true to form, that's the kind of guy that we feel like could help out our offense. Guy can throw the ball pretty quick. We lose a whole heck of a lot of athleticism, but when we take Rodney out,
But you don't have to take Rodney out. He can play as
he can play another position.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true, and he's probably the best athlete we have. I mean, the guy is tremendous, and he'll be a good quarterback if he gets into the right system. If you can run a spread system, he'll do a good job there. But for us, he's going to start playing a little bit of defense, return guy.
I can only imagine what Rodney will be doing in offense as a wide receiver.
Yeah, you can game plan things for him. You can do a lot of stuff. Immediately when I heard of this, that this move was being made, I thought of Oregon State University. And the things they do, these quick, undersized slot receivers they have, Rogers brothers from a couple years ago, they really can set up screens, a lot of fly stuff and around stuff that they can do. And you can have a lot of fun as an offensive coordinator to game plan with him.
You're playing Jaguars from Jyväskylä this week, and bottom team from the league. It's a two-way sword. If you think about it, people might think that it's just a pushover. And then again, if it's an easy game, it gives you an opportunity to do things and practice things for the coming games. How do you see it?
This is what call a trap game. Definitely, you put so much pressure on the team to beat the Indians, like we said, to put us in the driver's seat to host a playoff game. And then after this, you have the Wolverines. So you got these Jaguars who, based on their record, are having a tough time. You don't want to overlook this team looking at the Wolverines at all. And that's been a stress. We stressed that today at the beginning of practice, after practice. You don't take anybody lightly. And hopefully we can jump out and really do what we want to do, run the football, take care of business, get a nice lead, and then we can start to rest some bodies.
Yeah, the win in Kouvola or Kuusankoski where it was played, that was crucial actually. If it went 5-5, you probably wouldn't be in the playoffs this year.
No.
That's how it seems.
Yeah, and this is a good football team. It would be a huge disappointment for this team not to make the playoffs when you look at the talent that we have here.
Okay, how much do you know about Jaguars?
We got their tape today, one of their tapes. So we're looking at them, and I actually have 2 guys on that team that I coached in England last fall. They're on the defense, one of their nose tackles and a corner they have. So I have a little bit of experience with them. Their offensive coordinator, me and Coach Reifenbach coached against in high school back in Oregon, so we're familiar with his offense. And then we have a number of guys that played for the Jaguars. They're with us, so we know quite a bit about them. It's always fun to game plan, early in the week, especially after a win.
Much better than last week, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Right, Scott. The defense did their job pretty well in Kuusankoski against the Indians.
Yeah, we had a very good performance. I was very pleased with it overall. We had one little lapse right at the end of the first half and the first series of the third quarter. Outside of that, a very good game. You know, it all boiled down to good execution on our part, being aggressive, and just getting after it on the field.
And evidently BJ played a huge game.
BJ had a stellar game. I mean, he had a huge game, a couple sacks, lots of pressure, got a blocked punt. It was a good game for BJ.
Stacy got a couple of interceptions.
Yeah, Stacy got a couple picks, and we actually let one get away too. It was kind of funny. It was a duck ball thrown, you know, floating in the air, and we had Tuomas and Stacy converge on it, and it was just like a pop fly in baseball. You know, neither one went for the ball, and it just dropped right in between them.
Happens, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now we get a couple of home games coming up. Very important.
Yeah. All these games from here out are just like playoff games, and that's what we're telling the players. We need to treat each game coming up just like a playoff game. We're under a tremendous amount of pressure to win, you know, as many of these games as we can in order to squeak into the playoffs.
I certainly think that you will. The schedule is not easy, but it could be worse.
Right. We have a favorable schedule. You know, we got a couple home games here, Jags, and then we get another shot at the Wolverines back here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 69ers on the road, and then we end up with Taft, who we beat here. You know, we have to take them on the road.
That could easily be the toughest game.
Yeah, Taft's continued to improve. They've played people tough, you know, week by week. And, you know, they have a very dangerous, talented receiver in Privet, you know, who you have to take care of.
But we can't jump to any conclusions or look too far ahead. Got to concentrate on Saturday.
Exactly right. One, you know, you got to take the game that's coming up and deal with that, get the win, and then move on to the next one.
That's what we'll do. Thank you.